Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma faqihna fi ddin. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan tayyiban wa amalan mutaqabbala. Amin ya rabbal alameen. Surah Al-Mutaffifin Ayah number 3. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ. And when they give by measure or by weight to others, they give less than due. Now this ayah number 3 of Surah Al-Mutaffifin, is about the sellers who are selling something, who are giving when it's their turn to sell. In ayah number 2, we have learned about the buyers. When they buy something, what do? They seek to obtain full measure or even ask for more. And when these buyers become the sellers, what do? They curtail. Let us review the word used for measuring in ayah number 2. What was that? Iktalu, from kail, to measure, right? Do you remember that? And we have discussed about it in detail. Here the word is kaluhum. Kaluhum from kala, to give something by measure or volume. So here it is in terms of giving. They measure for them. And the other word wazanuhum is giving something. They give something by weight, in terms of weight. You might have heard this word before, wazan, which is to give something by weighing in pounds or kilograms. It was used more in old times, weighing the liquids like milk and other things. But nowadays we have packed items. But still there are places where they sell items by weighing, and they reduce few pounds, like on vegetables and fruits and other items. All of this is about what? In its tangible sense, what it literally means. And inshallah ta'ala, now we are going to learn about its figurative meaning in its intangible sense as well. So this ayah shows the different standards of people for themselves and others. In previous ayah we learned about such people as customers, very particular. But as salesmen, they cheat. When taking, they take all. But when it comes to giving, they give less. So these are unfair people, and they cheat in dealings. And subhanallah, they cheat in all of their dealings. Yani, when they sell, they give something, they're cheating. And that is why when they go as buyers, they are very particular, because they think that they will be cheated. Such people are very careful for their own right and cheat with others in their dealings. They also take advantage of people because of their lack of knowledge in business transactions. Remember that mutaffifin are unfair, who cheat. So it is not specified to just weighing or cutting short measure, but it is used in a broader sense, like when not using the pure ingredients in foods or in other products like soaps, shampoos, medicines, and other items. When the product is mixed with impure ingredients. Sometimes mistakes happen. It was not noticed, or it was forgotten. It was not intended. Then it will be forgiven. Woe is for mutaffif, who deliberately does it, and they are destroyed. Worse punishments are for them who cheat on small scale. How about for those who cheat on larger scales? Someone who is aware of the crimes in business, causing loss to others, ma'adallah. Those who fraud with others in business. Sometimes people invest their life earnings, their savings in a business contract, and they are cheated. They lose all their money. They are bankrupted. Their whole families are afflicted. Those who do fraud, what do they think? Are they going to enjoy with this money? No. Those who cheat, who defraud, will be in a miserable situation, worse than what they have done. Kama tudinu tudan. What goes around comes around. Whatever bad you did, you will be afflicted with it. If you hurt someone, you'll get hurt by someone. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is the best judge, and He will seize them in this dunya first, and then greater punishments in akhirah, unless they repent and return the right of the owner. Those of you who have businesses, take this ayah into account very seriously. If not you, your siblings, your parents, families, and friends will be involved in business transactions. So give them awareness. Then there's another scenario. The owner hires an employee who cheats, who cuts short measure and keeps some for himself, and the owner have no idea what's going on. This employee commits double the crime, but it is also the responsibility of the owner to keep his eyes open who he should trust. The owner will be asked on the day of judgment because of his lack of responsibility. Whether you own a business or working as an employee, do not cheat. Do not cause loss to others. يُخْسِرُونَ in this ayah from kha, sin, ra, which means to give less than due, to diminish the rights of others, to cause loss to others. Causing harm, causing loss to others. Defraud is one of the worst crimes, a biggest crime, and the worst punishments are for such people who defraud. As we know that the people of Shu'aib alayhi salatu wasalam, the nation of Prophet Shu'aib, were destroyed because of that, and cheating could be of any kind, as a hadith that I mentioned in our previous class, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the one who deceives is not of me, is not one of my followers. Astaghfirullah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it when he was passing by a cellar and saw a heap of eatables, yani corns, or in some hadith dates are mentioned. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam thrust his hand into that heap and his fingers got moistened. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the owner, "What is this?" The owner replied, these were drenched by rainfall. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Why did you not place this drenched part of the heap over the other eatables so that people could see it?" And then he said, "He who deceives is not of me, is not my follower. Man ghasha falaysa minni." It's very serious, and it's not something that we should ignore. We should look into our life where we curtail. Some of you might not be involved in huge business transactions, but you might sell something. Many young people sell items, or they exchange items. They do trade-in. Even if you're exchanging something, do not cheat. Do not hide the faults of the item you are selling, or you are exchanging, you are trading in, wishing to receive something good and getting rid of your bad item. Tell the truth. If you are fair, you will be dealt with fairness in life. Do not be unfair. Many people sell used items. Tell the buyer if there is anything wrong with it. Don't say that yes, he should expect that there must be something wrong in it as it's used. No, even if they know it's used, you should tell what's wrong with it. And this can only come if you have fear of Allah, if you have Iman, if you know Quran and Sunnah, if you have read and understood these ayat. MashaAllah, one of our sisters who has learned Quran, who knows about these ayat, she told that when they were selling their used car, the buyer asked them, as usual, that if there's anything wrong with this car, and they told everything about it. It was in excellent condition. She said that when the car was transferred to the buyer, he bought it. He then asked again, "Now, I am the owner of this car. I have bought it. But please tell me if there's anything wrong with this car so that I can fix it. And she said that we told him everything's exactly same as we told you before, and he was amazed by our honesty, as lying, dishonesty, mistrust, cheating, fraud is common in business industry. It has become a norm. Ma'adallah. It's not only limited to business transactions, buying and selling in a marketplace only. As we imagine ourselves there when we read these ayat, when at different occasions events takes place, people are asked to register and pay a fixed price for the head counts. Most of these are done electronically these days, where some people type in something else, bring some extra people with them on the events, trying to take out more than what they had paid for, taking more than what was their right. This is tatfif. It is lying, it's cheating. They have not given the right of the other, but when it comes to receiving, they are the first in line to take it, and they take extra from the rights of others. Whenever there is a collective thing where more than one person has contributed, it has to be distributed among others, then be very careful not to take more than your right. Whatever distribution it could be, of food or anything. Do not curtail others' rights. And many times it happens at masajid. I receive complaints from others that please talk about it and give awareness. Subhanallah, a Muslim is not selfish. He cares for others. He is kind. He is generous. He's not miser, stingy and selfish. Who only cares about himself and takes others' rights. And there are so many things in our daily life where we curtail, and sometimes we don't even know, we don't even care about that. We have to be careful about our actions and see in our daily routine if we are ones who do tatfif, who are from Mutaffifin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the correct understanding of these ayat so that we can implement on it. This was all about intangible sense, its literal meaning. Inshallah, in our next class, we will try to understand this ayah in its intangible sense. What does it mean figuratively? Taking the rights of others. Let's see the meanings of ayah number 3. Wa, and, idha, when, kaluhum, they measure for them. Aw, or, wazanuhum, from the root letters waw, za, noon, they weigh for them. Hum at the end is a pronoun for them. Yukhsirun, again ya at the beginning is for they. When it comes in the beginning of the word, it is for present and future tense. Dariya. Yukhsirun, from the root letters kha, sin, ra, they diminish, cause loss to others. Ponder over these ayat and work on them, how to bring in your life. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.